Here's my message for Commissioner Don Garber of MLS. Here's my message to him and all the people that love MLS as I do. It's quite simply this. First of all, let's start out with some positives, Mr. Commissioner. You have done a fantastic job in expansion. Some big-time cities like Orlando who packed them in. Seattle, the Canadian market is thriving. Minnesota coming in. Another LA franchise. 2 in New York with New York City FC. Big-time names like Pirlo have come to the league. Beckham, Keane, Jovinko, of course, Kaká, Gerrard. We could go on and on. Dos Santos. The players that you have in MLS with each and every club, Mr. Garber, are fantastic ambassadors for the league. They're wonderful to speak with. They're outstanding in interviews. They never say no. And they don't have egos for the most part. They're wonderful. And many of them, along with coaches, have come on my show. You, Mr. Garber, you're accessible. You're transparent. You're open and you answer the tough questions. You don't skirt them. And again, you have done a marvelous job in attracting some big-time owners to MLS here, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. Joey Saputo, Vancouver has a ton of them. The new LA franchise is star-studded with actors, owners, business people, you name it. So well done on you, Mr. Commissioner Don Garber. But, it's time to take some medicine, Mr. Garber, and listen to what I have to say. I am one of very few, not many, very few here in Toronto and in North America that love MLS. Defend it, go to bat for it with people overseas that laugh at me, and continuously tell people support your local club in MLS. But Mr. Garber, it's time. It's long overdue. This outrageous call by this ref against TFC who played Orlando, and that result that they got. And that call in the so late stages of that extra time was unbelievable. Not because it's TFC, Mr. Garber. It's happened to Houston. It's happened to Montreal. It's happened to the Red Bulls. It's happened to LA Galaxy. We could go on and on and on. Your players are fed up. Your coaches are fed up. Your managers in the league are fed up. Owners are fed up. It's time to step up to the plate to bring over refs from Spain, Italy, Portugal, Germany, England, Scotland, you name it. South America, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico. Bring over some wonderful, qualified, unbelievable, educated, and understand the game inside out refs from these countries. Please, I beg you. It's time, because jobs are on the line here. Greg Vanney's job is on the line with calls like that, with points being lost. Other players that are getting suspended for red cards that aren't warranted are losing pay, are losing money. Clubs are losing fan support with devastating losses and aren't able to attract the quality of sponsorship when they see things like this. Fans are getting turned away. Media are getting disgusted by what they're seeing. It's time. These refs aren't good enough. We've talked about this in MLS for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Look, you want people to take you seriously? You want people to talk about you as a serious league? Then you need to get serious refs here now. You don't have serious refs. You don't. They're not. I could go on and on. You have many refs that are not cutting it. You have many refs that are making unbelievable, brutal calls to destroy games, to lose precious points for teams. Paychecks are on the line. Livelihoods are on the line. And it's time you change. It's time you spend the money you need to bring these world-class refs here. I'll finish it off by this. After that game against Orlando, where TFC was absolutely robbed of a result, I got not one, not two, not three, but many texts from agents in Italy and coaches in Italy, assistant coaches, agents in Italy. I got one from a guy, believe it or not, from Portugal that knows me, that is in a top club in Portugal. And these guys here all expressed to me, their keyword to me was, Anthony, MLS is not a real league. Anthony, real quality players will no longer come to MLS if this debacle, this circus takes place as it is shown in a number of the weeks and a number of the games this year in MLS. They told me, they said, Anthony, you're lucky you got Giovinco. Don't be so sure he's not going to leave at the end of the year because he's not happy with the quality of refereeing. Not because of the money he's making, not because of his teammates, and not because of the league and the travel, but because of the refs. This has gone back to Europe. This has gone back to South America, to Mexico and all over. This debacle, this display, this circus act by your refs. It's time. It's time, Commissioner Don Garber. You've done a wonderful job in so many other areas, a wonderful job. But now it's time to raise the bar and bring in real refs, quality refs from Scotland, Spain, Italy, Portugal, Germany, you name it in South America, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, Mexico. Bring in quality refs or you will not attract quality players to continuously come over like Giovinco, Kaká, and Beckham in the past and others. They won't come. I've been told this by agents in Italy. I've been told this by assistant coaches in Italy. I've been told this by people in Portugal. They won't come after what they saw what the ref did against Orlando and refs have done in the past. That is it. Let's hope, Mr. Garber and MLS people, you listen to the message I have because I care about MLS deeply. I've defended MLS. I've taken so many shots in defending MLS. Please step up to the plate and get real refs.